Hi, I'm Andy,
Hi, I'm Leon.
and this is
Head Tales. How daughter's me. Do you know what?
Don't be looking up a skirt. I've got my socks on.
I don't care. I'm really sick.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, Leon. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. This is a special episode.
And it's a weird episode
Why is it weird?
because we're between Christmas and New Year, and
Yeah.
I can't believe we've come out of our houses to meet each other. When I'm like, I want to spend time with my family. I don't want to see your face. I see you every week for the most of the year. At least 51 weeks of the year I can take, not 52 weeks of the year. You're ruining my life. Stay away from me.
This is going to be the quickest podcast we've ever done.
Happy Dad Tales
Thank
Day.
you for listening. No, I want to get through this one because this is.
What do you not normally get through them?
No, I want to get through this one because I quite like the idea of this one,
Yeah, no, I like the concept of it.
and what I really like
Be looking forward to it.
is the amount of people that have messaged in based on this one. So we've got to do this one. We've got to.
Yeah, because
We have a
big listenership and they're getting involved.
we have a.
What the fans want, we
I don't
give.
think it's a legal obligation we have to people do it.
No,
Personal obligation.
no,
What kind of obligation do we have?
an obligation to our fans.
Yes. Anyway, what are we talking about this week?
So we're talking about things that we should have done, or we feel we should have done by the time we're the age we are. Now, disclaimer: we're a different age, us two, aren't we?
Yeah, right. So I'm
Old, old.
40.
Yeah, 40 years old.
Yeah,
40 years young.
I feel old.
You look old. You look bloody old. And I'm 34.
So, I mean, 6 difference is not 6 difference.
6 years.
6 years difference is not a massive amount.
Not at our age, it's not. But
No.
when you go back, knock 20 years off that, 6 years is a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, if we was 8 and 2,
No.
that
Is that 20 years off? If I got bad maths there?
No,
No, because I'd be.
I'm just thinking of 6 years.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd be 14. Do you know what I mean? You're 14, I'm 14, you're 20. That's a big
Yeah,
difference,
if I
isn't
was 20 and I was meeting up weekly with somebody at 14.
it? Woo, woo, woo. Here comes the police.
Right, so this episode is what should you feel like you've done? Right, I just want to get this straight out at the start. Is that circumstances dictate a lot of what you could potentially have done,
I agree.
and I don't. Me personally, I don't really do regrets. I try not to do regrets. I try and learn from past experiences.
Yeah.
You know, people that have listened to this podcast all the way through will realise that I became a parent fairly young.
Yes.
Not saying that hindered my experiences.
No, but it
because
changed.
I've done an awful lot.
Change your priorities. Your priorities change, and I think that's in life. Anything we do, any our circumstances change at the flip of a hat, and then our priorities change so easily. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about what your priorities are at that one moment in time.
Yeah, hugely, absolutely. But we're going to look at what things like I say, we've had a lot of interest from people online of what the type of things that they've not done. What's your sort of things that you can think of now? I mean, I think of, if I say to you, countries visited, I feel like I've done, I mean, I didn't go on holiday abroad till I was, and I say this, these are first world problems.
Yeah, big time.
I think I was 12 when I first went to France. France was my first abroad.
Yeah.
And I've visited France a few times, and I've done Spain and all that. One thing that I've not done, what I feel like everybody's done, is Turkey. Oh, so
yeah, I've been to Turkey.
So you've done Turkey.
Yeah.
I feel like you've done a lot more countries than me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. I'm lucky. End of the day, it's lucky. Circumstances, things like that. Like you say, I was 24 when I had a kid. So I had a good 18 to 24 where I had opportunities where I could. My priorities were different.
I love it when you say I had a good 18.
True that. But I had expendable outcome where, once again, I was lucky that I had a roof over my head that I could do them sort of things. I had money where I could waste it effectively and go to these different places. So like, there's not many European places I've not been really, without rattling places off type thing. Without being,
you've ticked a fair few boxes. Somewhat strange places. Well, I know we've done. Obviously, you've done Lapland recently.
Yeah, I've done
Finland.
Yeah, I've done Norway. I went to Norway when I was younger. I've been to Venice. I've been to Africa, which is Egypt. A bit of a cop out because when you say I've been to Africa, people go, "Oh, where'd you go? Egypt." Well, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But it's still Africa. It's an African nation. Yeah. I've done the UK as in like Scotland, England, Ireland, and Wales. I've done them sort of things. I've done America. I've done France. Done Portugal. Done Spain. Done Canaries. I've even been to Cape Verde, which is like the Portuguese island.
I love the fact that you just say you've done Canaries because I'm definitely cutting that and editing.
Done Canaries, boy. No, but it's one of those things where, like, traveling wise, I mean, it's a bucket list. I want to go to Asia. I want to go to like Japan. I want to go to China, things like that. But my circumstances have changed massively. That those things aren't going to happen now until my kids have either financially stable or things have changed massively. In that, if I came to money where I could financially do that, but at this moment in time, my one goal is making sure roofs over the head, kids are getting the best opportunities they can. My priorities by the wayside type thing.
I think you're ahead of the curve travelling wise, aren't you?
Oh yeah, but I'm behind on other things.
Yeah. But roof over your head.
Exactly, yeah. Circumstances.
Decent job, decent career. You're paying your way into society. You are paying taxes, aren't you?
Yeah, I pay taxes. Yeah. I can't not.
Too many taxes. Yeah, definitely. You've beat me on the travel front.
Experiences. We're talking about things you should have done. So just because you haven't travelled somewhere, don't mean you've not done something. Because they're all experiences when you go to these places.
So the idea of this, obviously, this is going to go out on the 30th of December 2021.
Today it's going out, mate. You mean?
Yeah, today. Yeah. Which is the 30th of December 2021.
Thank you.
And what the idea of this is to have a look at things that you've not done or you feel that you maybe should have done and just go out and do them. And they might be just absolutely tiny things, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're not saying, go travel countries, go do this and that. Just, I'm a big believer in experiences. Christmas for me, certainly Christmas presents wise, if I can get people to have an experience, whether it be, I don't know what, see somewhere or do something, get involved in something, that to me is a big thing. And let's go into 2022.
We're not doing that way.
2022 with an open mind and just doing things. So, for instance, I've done 2 of the 3 peaks this year, the Yorkshire 3 peaks.
See, that's something I've never done.
And I've done 2 of them, but I've done them on 2 separate days.
Boo, cop out.
But there's, obviously the 3 Peaks Challenge to do that, and then there's obviously that's the 3 Peaks Yorkshire Challenge. Then there's the 3 Peaks Challenge to do. It's something that I definitely like to do, and I feel that we need to kind of get involved in doing. Is there anything for you before we go into what our listeners have said? Is there anything for you personally that is? If I say a bucket list, I don't like the word bucket list really, but what is on your year? What would you like to do this year?
So I've spent the whole year thinking I'm happy and content with myself. I actually want to get a bit fitter. My bucket list, let's say bucket list, but I want to get myself physically fit, but I want to do things that are completely different, like niche-wise.
Niche?
Niche.
I love the word niche.
No, something different. So like I know yourself. You've raced a Mini as a kid.
Yeah.
Off-roading and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, this is possibly where I pull it back. And
exactly. These are the sort of things I want to do. Like, do you know, something like proper left field. Like, if you put me like a list of things I've done, I bet they're common as muck. Whereas like racing a mini, that's proper left field. That's niche. That's not many people get an opportunity to do that type of thing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at as my bucket list.
Something like that.
Yeah, to be fair, like I ain't got the skill set or the mindset to, you know, like build something from scratch. So I don't know where I'd start. But like I can remember a couple of years ago, Amy got me like an experience day to do like banger racing. I never got around to doing it. But something like that, I need to do something like proper left field. Like, you're not going to get me in a plane. You are going to get me skydiving. And
what a rubbish BA impression. Mr. T.
I ain't getting no plane, fool. But that doesn't float my boat. Like, because I had a chance to go skydiving, and it's not my thing. And then Amy went and did it. She enjoyed it. She loved it. And I'm like, fantastic. If I'm getting out of a plane with a parachute, I'm thinking there's a crisis.
Well,
and a problem.
I remember when we was away and Cosy was with us, Cosy bungee jumped.
Oh yeah,
you went up with him.
Yeah, not a chance.
Carriage, and it wasn't something that I at the time thought, and it's still not something that kind of floats my boat.
No, same.
I massively want to push myself and challenge myself, and I, you know, certainly recommend this to everybody to just get out there and do that. You know, push your boundaries where possible. And again, that doesn't have to mean jump out of an aeroplane.
No.
It can just mean, I don't know, whatever it may be. But just experience new things. I think that's what we're saying today, aren't we? That just get out there and do something very, very different that you can look back on. For me, it's all about telling my kids that I've done it and them telling them, oh, do you remember Granddad Andrew?
Do you know what I feel like? Because like I said to Matt after 9 months, like, and I was like, yeah, but I swam like 2.5 miles. I've cycled 112 miles. I ran 26.3 miles, whatever it was, and yeah, thanks, kids. Do you know what I mean? They've got no like, you know, even like I tell people, I'm like, no, fantastic. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no like.
I'm impressed.
You're impressed because of the size of it, not just because I've done it.
No, I think what I was more impressed was when we went to Nice and watched Cosy do it, and I was hanging around all day long going, God, is he not finished?
Yeah.
He was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. To fair you there, ruined his eye, man, because you were steaming all night and he's trying to get some kip and you're in bedroom.
I don't think there was just me. I think we both.
I went to sleep straight away. You were steaming, farting, like it was like a fireworks display. There was Catherine wheel noises. There was all sorts.
Don't remember. So I'm just going to get into what people have messaged. But one thing I am massively proud to say that I've done, say sporting achievement wise, personal achievement wise, I've done the boxing. I've done a bit of stand-up comedy. But one thing, and if anybody asks me, like one thing that you, I don't know, this is something that I think I've done that very, very few people have done, that I'm very, very proud of. And you was there to support me with this one, which makes it even better, was that I did a half marathon blindfolded.
Yeah.
With you, the guy who has no concept of organisation, as my guide. And do you know what makes this even extra special is that how far did we run prior to? How far did we practice?
I think we ran down the street, didn't we?
We did about a mile.
Yeah. We thought, yeah, I've got this. No problems.
We can do this. This is easy, isn't it?
The best when we did that at marathon, because we did it at Silverstone racetrack, didn't we? So we ran around Silverstone racetrack. And
possibly the most iconic.
Yeah,
Formula 1 race
I could say I'm a bit of a Formula 1 nut. So I'm running around going, running down pit straight, and I'm like, hey Andy, you should see this. Look at that, Andy. And you're like, I've got a fucking blindfold on. And I'm like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm like, and there was one point where there's a cracking photo. Someone took a photo of us, and I'm like, wave Andy, there's someone taking a photo, and you're like a proper blind person. Don't know where you're waving, just waving randomly. So I'm like pointing at the person taking a photo, and you're waving like left field, like, hey.
Is that
Brilliant.
the same picture where I've got like my t-shirts wet
Covered in
through
drink.
because I try and drink it, and I know where my mouth is.
I'm gonna say
But suddenly when your eyes aren't there, I'm just tipping it all down.
that was the most. I turn around, there's water all over you. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like I can't find my mouth. It's been the same place it's always been. It's not moved.
That is one thing that I've done that I'm massively proud of to say that I've done, and that is one thing where I can, obviously doing it with you as well makes it even extra special because we can always revisit it and I can complain. I mean, I just want to go, right, we started this, what did we get? The gun for the start of the race got set off. We get running and you go, uh-oh.
I need to wait.
No, this was...
Because there was shoelace undone.
Your shoelace undone. And the first 200 yards of the race, so we had to stop for you to do your shoelace. And this does not surprise me. This is just, I thought, yeah, this is just Leon. This is what he does,
The worst thing was you have to do it blindfolded.
Yeah, well, I took blindfolded.
No, I fastened my shoelace.
One bunny rabbit here, two bunny rabbit here. But that was, that's something that I'm massively proud of. And I want to do more of them things that I can really kind of go, I don't want to say go to the grave, but really look back and think, yeah, do you know what, I've done that.
But, because that blindfolded run was amazing. I enjoyed it. It was really good. But it was more, surely you got more out of it than I did. Because... Well, I did a half marathon just dragging someone on a leash. Do you know? It's with daft like that.
That was literally what it was.
No, because I could genuinely see it was like going for a normal run for me. Whereas for you, it was genuinely it must have been so weird, surreal for you because you had no concept of what was going on.
No, but and whenever I've told anybody, whenever I've told anybody about this, I've always said it was possibly harder for you than it was for me. Because you run at a pace that's a lot faster than me. And it's very, very difficult to run at a slower pace.
I don't think it is, mate. I think you're illusion there, mate. It's hard to run at a faster pace.
I'm trying to make you feel better. Trying to make you look good here.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for you as well.
It was difficult because I didn't want to drag you along at like a ridiculous pace or not like I'm fucking Superman or whatever. But there must have been some I finished and I was like, that was class. I enjoyed the run. I enjoyed the half marathon, but without being thinking, it was no different to me. But if you ran half marathon and could not see, that must be an amazing thing to think. When you think back and think, you know what, I've ran that. We're not looking where I'm going, and even to the point.
I had a guide.
No, but even a guide was fastened by a bit of rope. It wasn't like holding your hand and guiding like that. I was moving my hand.
No, I was holding your arm.
Was you?
I was holding your arm. Oh man, I think back now and I'm sweaty. I think we had.
Oh yeah, you had me on the bicep, didn't you? Yeah, I do remember.
So
now.
You couldn't properly
run. Yeah, he was doing it.
Look,
you dragging me down.
I'm glad to know I was annoying.
He was 13.1 miles. You was non-stop pulling me back. I wanted to go faster.
It's bad enough being carrying me, isn't it, for 13 miles? Right, let's move on. Let's go to what our...
It was good that though. We should do another one.
I never said customers. What do our listeners say that they wish they'd have done? So there's a few... Obviously, these have come from lots and lots of different places. So we've got here... I wish I'd visited Vegas. I had the chance to. Too late now. We're having children. Wish I'd have died because every morning I wake up with a new ache-up pain.
But yeah, extreme.
Wish I had kids earlier than at 35. Again, we talk about circumstances.
See, I think
things like that.
Also for courses, because if you have a kid early, you then reap the benefits later on. Do you know, like they're like more of an age when you're still young and active, or vice versa. You end up with like a before kids life, and then you then settle into the. There's no right or wrong answer, is there? The cards are dealt. Let's go with it and roll with it. Saying
we've said circumstances, and I suppose the thing we should maybe just explain is that hindsight is our best.
Oh yeah.
Let's be fair. If we all had hindsight, we'd have. I'm pretty sure we'd live a pretty perfect life, wouldn't we? If we could look at it.
Yeah.
Other things that our listeners say never been to a Super Bowl. I think I'd love to go to a Super Bowl for the atmosphere. I'd love to sort of test it, and especially now because Super Bowl is very American, but coming across to England to try and get involved.
Yeah, I tried getting to it wasn't even American football. It was a baseball game in England, and the price was just not.
Was it baseball or was it rounders?
It was our rounders, but the prices weren't even comparable. So like, if we was going to watch Man United, I'd say one of the big teams in UK, well, Man City or whatever. But anyway, without getting bogged down, but like Man United, you'd expect to pay what? I don't know, 40, 45 quid an adult price. Would you that's I mean, that's probably the expensive side. You'd probably be able to get 35 to £40, £45. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around.
So I looked at a baseball match because they were playing in England. It was like £90 per person. And I was like, wow, who's paying for this? And I know it comes around once every blue moon because they don't play it very often. But £90 is cutting out some sort of market there. And if it had been 50 quid, I'd have probably balked the price, but thought, you know what, that's an experience I've never done. I'd love to go to a baseball match. But £90, like, I can't do it.
I think I'd wait round for the blue moon.
Yeah, once in a blue moon, yeah.
So that was from Stephen Morritt, who said about never went to Super Bowl. Phil Neal says never watched Friends.
I know, I couldn't believe this when I saw this.
Oh man, this strikes me as, I mean, Friends is pretty much on in the UK every day, innit?
Yeah, I mean,
you can pretty much watch it every day, whether that be at normal time or even on catch up. But this strikes me as somebody that's gone, I'm just not watching it because everybody tells me.
Principle.
Rebel against
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I genuinely would like to say there's not an episode I've not seen that if you ask me a question, I would not know the answer to with Friends.
Yes, possibly. I think there's certain. I grew up watching.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but yeah.
Episodes.
But if someone's saying, I mean, ones that I've never been to London. I mean, we live in England. I mean, I know London's the south, but
the thing is, if you've ever been to a city outside of where you live, London's got to be the city you go to. If you're not going to travel outside of this country, London's got to be the city you go to, because of that's where our Queen lives.
I know.
That's where Parliament is, and that's where, I know we moan about it being northern, but that's where pretty much that's the hub of the country.
Yeah.
As much as we don't like to admit it's the hub of the country, and there's so much culture there. It's very, very varied, from Covent Garden to Chelsea to another place in London that I don't know.
Well, you have to.
I don't know. Do you know what I've never been to? I've never been to Wembley.
See, I have, and I'm blessed again. I've been to the old Wembley.
That's not there anymore.
No, so I can say, I've been to before they knocked the towers down. Sorry, England. So I've even seen an under-21s team at old Wembley.
Yeah, I've been to Wembley, but I've never been in. I've sort of been there and walked around it, but never been in.
I've even been to a music gig at Wembley, New Wembley.
Well, that's my other thing. I would say I've never been to a concert.
Right.
A concert. Like, I've been to
gigs.
Gigs. And I've seen people play music at small gigs, but I've never been to like an arena.
Oh yeah, see, I've been to Wembley and I saw Foo Fighters at Wembley. That was good.
Man, you've done everything.
I ain't done everything. Don't say it like that.
You walked on the moon?
No, don't be like that. Like, I've got one for you. So Alison Middlemass. Hey, never watched Harry Potter. That's like mind blown.
Well, you say that, but it wasn't until about a year ago.
Oh yeah, you hadn't. Yeah.
And I could safely say never seen that.
Oh man, Harry Potter's so good. I mean, that's gonna be up there. I mean, Lord of the Rings films. I've got them, but I genuinely don't think I've watched them all in some sort of like order. I've watched bits because I've watched the first one, got a bit through it and thought I seen floating my boat. Then like see on telly, something's come on and I've watched it and think it's in it just doesn't float my boat. I just cannot get on with it. But I've got all 3 DVDs. But I've seen them, but not seen them properly. because that smells like Harry Potter. You're either into it or you're not into it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
long-winded.
And Andy is really into Harry Potter, and I'd seen a couple of films with Ellie, but we'd gone to pictures to watch them just because that's all that was on, and it was something to do. Whereas with Andy, we've watched the whole lot through, so that's the only reason I've got in there. Lisa Mitchell says never had a four-way. You ever had a four-way?
No.
I mean, I don't even know what a four-way is.
No.
Is it? I think it's like an ice cream, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a Neapolitan with.
So 3 ways. The one with the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
And a 4-way, I think, has got bubble gum in.
Ah, I want a 4-way. I've got one here though. Jim Priestley says, "Never seen you complete a single football pass."
It's probably true. It's probably true, but he's got really little eyes.
Has he?
Yeah, she would struggle to see him. Charlotte Clark, Back to the Future, Goonies, never seen it.
Unbelievable that they're staple like, because that'd be something I'd expect, like say your Lexi or someone from that generation to say, "Oh, I've never seen Back to the Future." Goonies. From our generation, I mean, Charlotte's our generation. That's staple diet films.
Goonies?
They might have been funny, but there wasn't much on telly when we was growing up. Another one was there. Do you know what I mean? So like every Christmas, Back to the Future came on, or Goonies came on, or E.T. came on. So for our generation, that's staple stuff.
It is. I mean,
do you know what? Hang on, I'm throwing this out there. I've just mentioned E.T. I don't think I've actually seen E.T.
Do you know what? I don't actually think I've seen E.T. either.
I get it. I know what it is, and I know about the E.T. phone home, and I know the fly across the thing, but I don't think I've watched it. Like My Girl, I don't think I've watched it.
I don't think generally I've seen an E.T. all the way through.
Same. I've like I said, I've said it and thought, not sure.
I bet you I've never seen all the. What's the guy with the big rope, the lasso, and the hat?
Shut your face, Indiana Jones.
I bet I've not seen all the Indiana Jones.
Oh, say I have.
I've definitely not seen all the James Bond films, but I kind of ticked them off and went, I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, I've seen most James Bond films. There'll be like the early doors stuff where I've not really been too fussed about. But yeah, James Bond, I'm a big James Bond fan like that. Star Wars, that's another thing.
Yeah, Lisa Smith says she's never seen Star Wars. I mean, I'm not a fan.
I love it.
Like anything
Sci-fi.
But I've seen Star Wars films. I don't know how anybody can get through life that they've never seen a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. And then Craig Cattle says, I've never been fishing. I've been fishing. I don't know whether this is a thing as a trigger because of the guy that you used to go fishing with.
Been listening, has it? I didn't go fishing. I went golf with him. I went golf. I've only been fishing once, twice. But yeah, fishing's not a big thing. I can't sit quiet enough to be fishing.
I've been fishing.
You fishing? Do you like fishing?
I used to do a bit of fishing, yeah.
Yeah, it's never floated my boat fishing.
never floated your fish.
Yeah, you got to be quiet. We went with a couple from work once, and they pretty much told me to shut up because like they were sat nice and quiet. Do you know, like
the fish have got massive ears?
Well, you'd like disturb the water and stuff they were saying, but I was yapping away, and they're like, "Leon, you should be quiet." I'm like, "This is boring. Where's the beers?" Do you know what I mean? Each one for me.
Disturb the water. How loud are you shouting to create like a little tsunami?
Exactly. I mean, I must have been, 18, 19 when I first went fishing, but not for me. I'm not a fan. Yeah, not a fan.
I can understand that. I think the thing is, the whole point of this chat is that we want to try and encourage people to look at 2022 and go, do you know what, I've not done that. Let's just push those back. We've had a massively stinking couple of years where you can't get out and do stuff. So now is the time.
Yeah.
Now is the time. And I think, I know Christmas has been and gone, but you look at gifts for people, just do something with people. Get an experience, there's loads of stuff on like voucher and Goucher. And
I'm glad we're not sponsored by them, by the way.
Goucher and
They butchered them.
Loucher. There's all them type of things
Yeah.
where you can do stuff and just go out and do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying going crazy and go, you know what, I've never murdered anybody. Let's go.
Good point, that.
Right, so do we need to maybe pick something between us that we're going to do for next year?
Yeah, I think we do, because it has to be something that we can do.
And be held a bit of accountable.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want to do something with you, but...
All right.
No, but like, I don't know, just sort of a challenge
Right.
that we've never done.
Have you been to darts?
No.
I've never been to darts. Why don't we do that
Okay.
together
Yeah.
this year?
You've been to horses?
I've never been to horses.
Let's go to horses. I've been to
And
horses.
do you know what?
Let's
I've
go
never
to
been to
horses.
watch a rugby match either.
Oh, I have. I went to Cast Tigers.
What about saying that we will go to a sporting event this year that the pair of us have never been to? So I've been to horses, you haven't.
No, other way around.
I haven't been to horses. You have. We've never been to darts.
You've been to snooker?
Never been to snooker?
Oh, snooker's good. I've been to snooker. It's good.
Stop bragging. These sporting events are becoming very minimal and what we can go watch. What about something random like table tennis? You're right into chess. What?
Chess, yeah. I'd love to. Right, well, I say I'd love to. This is the thing that frustrates me with chess. I like playing chess myself, but I hate watching other people chess because I learn nothing, because chess is random. Well, it's not random, but I don't learn from them because I play my own way. Anyway, long story short.
We're not going to get into the science of chess. Right, so this year, 2022, this coming year, we're going to do something.
I'm going to teach you to play chess.
Yeah, because I can't play chess.
I'm going to teach you to play chess.
Right, what can I teach you?
Not a lot.
No, not a lot. Have you been to a casino?
Yep.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like casino. It's good. There's a lot of money, but I like it.
Right. So over the next couple of weeks, we need to think of something that we're going to do together, maybe, and then separately as well.
Yeah.
And we'll hold ourselves accountable by putting it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Right. So let's do that. It just leaves one thing to say then. Merry New Year.
Merry New Year, and look out for the video because I'm going to break a world record.
Please check out our YouTube channel and our TikTok because
no, seriously, I'm going to break a world record.
We're gonna do this.
I'm going to break a world record. How am I going to break a world record, Andy?
You're going to break a world record by eating a Terry's chocolate orange in the world record time.
It's not Terry's, it's my chocolate orange.
Oh, it's Leon's chocolate orange.
Yeah, boy.
Check that out on our YouTube channel. Just search Dad Tales on YouTube and TikTok. What do they search?
The internet.
The whole internet.
Yeah.
Just click on TikTok and search Dad Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They'll find us. Dad_Tales is where our handles fall from.
You'll see us. We're on there.
I love how so professional we are. We know what we're doing, don't we?
It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal.
Are Logan Paul and Jake Paul at us?
Yeah, KSI. They're all the same.
Yeah, terrible, aren't they?
Yeah, just bump through it. Merry New Year.
Merry New Year.
To you. Merry New Year to all your loved ones, all your family. Merry New Year to all our listeners. We're going to
2022.
You know what's going to happen in 2022? Do you know what? Just thinking, if we're talking sporting events, we've got 100th episode coming up.
Yeah.
Early on in 2022.
Yeah.
Let's do something special for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get those Glasgow boys involved anyway. I haven't seen them for ages. Oh, Glasgow was there? It was Scottish boys, weren't they? Yeah. Let's get those Scottish boys involved anyway.
We call them out as well.
We need to. Didn't we call them out for something? They never came back to us.
Yeah.
Bloody Scots.
I think they've closed down for Christmas.
Born idle gets.
Right. You keep yourself smiling.
Stay safe, mate. See you next Thursday.
I'll see you next Thursday.
Is it going to be next Thursday, though?
Yes, it is.
See you next Thursday.
Always. Thursday, 8 a.m. Dad Tales. Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_, or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you're providing us.
Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.